I know, like this is like a few days later type of situation, right? But I'm here again. Nah, like, yeah, I've just been having a hectic few days of my life, and hence, like, I couldn't get back to you, like it's a few days later, and we're still shooting this video, still shooting this vlog. Yeah, I would definitely say, Uguti, yeah, I am the pit at this point. My apologies for that. But I'm here. So this is what counts, right? Like I've been saying, I'll be back. So I'm back. So I'm gonna just like talk to you about like the first quarter questions, whatnot, that I had been responding to last week, right? Which were like the journal questions, the promptings that I've had, and then I'll just let you guys in on WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, so let's get on to question number one. So question number one was, what went well in the 3 months? What did I accomplish and how does it make me feel? Right? So first quarter is dealing from Jan, Feb, and March, right? So for me, certain things that I wrote was my successes at work. Um, Another thing is being able to post my YouTube videos more, like almost every week, which has been like top three, you know, yeah, top three for me. I've been really proud of that. Being able to go back to the gym, I'm a bit inconsistent with that, but just pushing myself to go back, now that's a big W. Starting my driving lessons, like this year, my biggest goal, my first goal for this year is to ensure that in this first quarter, or probably first and second quarter, I'm able to like get my license. I've been working on that since the beginning of Feb, and I'm still working on it right now, but I'm hoping that mid second quarter, which between April and May, I'm able to get my license, right? And yeah, that's what I wrote, my successes at work. A little thing that I wrote here, okay, I wrote something here which says, these goals are my proudest moments in 2023, and that is because I am slowly allowing myself to be in rooms that I am afraid of. I know God has a plan for me, and I know my name is being spoken of in rooms that I have not entered yet. And this is the year to actually enter into some of those rooms and to let God work through me and be used by Him. So that's how I've been feeling so far since the year has started, and I feel like I've only been feeling it deeper between Feb and March. Feb and March have been a year, 2 months of isolation for me. I've isolated myself so much from not the public world per se, but probably like from going out a lot and other things, just to like try and focus more on myself and like growing that foundation of focusing on the most important things for me and prioritizing those things. So I'm still learning those things, and also part of learning those things is also to be very kind to myself and patient with those steps, because you can't just rush it. You need to take baby steps. So I'm letting God walk first, and then I'm following God's lead. I'm not leading the way, I'm letting God take full control, and I'm just going with God wherever He leads me to be. So yeah, that's where I am. And then the second question was, I'm so sorry if you guys are hearing a noise. These children are playing outside, so like that's the noise that you're hearing. The second one says, what didn't go well? How can I improve for the next quarter, which is April to June? And I wrote a few things here. Let me just see which one I can share with you. Okay, so one, I mentioned about me not being able to go to gym in the first month of the year in Jan. No, actually in Jan and Feb, I literally wasn't going to gym. I started going back to gym in March. The first time this year I went to gym was mid-March, and even then I kind of like stopped as well, because like my working schedule was me having to work in a different area during the month once I started to go back to gym. So that was crazy. But going back and starting to like wanting to gravitate to gym more and understand what I'm doing there and get comfortable with the whole working out scenario in the gym, because I was doing it at home. At home it's easier. I'm comfortable with being at home. But now I'm going out into, I'm working out with other people there. I'm working out with equipment that I'm not used to. And that isn't easy. And you're there with people who know the gym, okay, who know the equipment, who have been doing it for a long time. You don't have friends there, you're not used to anyone. It is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. It is hard, but yeah, like I'm saying, I'm just taking it one step at a time, and I'm doing what I feel comfortable with for now. And I push myself one, like I use one machine that I've never used before. I use equipment that I've never used before, just so I can start getting used to being in the gym, and like just talking to a few people here and there, so that I can get used to the people and the environment of being in a gym. Okay. And then the next thing I spoke about was, okay, this one is a little bit personal. Yeah, I spoke about my finances. I spoke about the driving that I'm currently doing right now, my driving lessons, and also speaking about like where I'd like to be with my family and friends, like the relationships I want to be. I've got a tendency of being a very distant person when I'm going through stuff, and I'll definitely say within these past 2 months, that's all I've been doing, being really distant with my friends and with my family. And that is because I tend to be so hard on myself, and like when I obviously share it like with friends or share it with family, it's gonna be a situation of no, dude, like you got this and all of that. And yeah, guys, your biggest critic is yourself. And having to remind myself constantly of that, I've got a supporting system around me, and I just have to like share some of those feelings that are too much on me sometimes isn't easy. Like sometimes it just isn't easy. Like yeah, I just keep a lot of stuff to myself, and then once I've gotten through it, that's when I'm like, oh, I was going through this and this and this. It's not healthy. So I'm trying to like lessen up on that and be able to share more with my friends and lean more onto them, as they are there for me. Like the same way I'm there for them, I'd love for myself to open myself to them, because I know that that's the way they would be to me as well. It's just hectic, but I'm working on it. Okay, and then the next question, number 3, was what lessons did I learn this quarter, and how did I grow as a person? Okay. I will share one that I think I've already shared it, but I'll share it again, which is I have been trusting God more and letting Him take over each day. Doing this has been amazing. My stress levels have gone down. I trust in Him and give the day to Him. I'm learning to be happy in Him again and to feel His love. And it has made how I view myself and others slightly better. I'm not gonna go deeper into that. That's just what it says. Yeah. And then the fourth question was, what challenges did I face? How did I deal with them? So, like a little disclaimer, I forgot. So the questions I got here, I got different questions on Google. I went on Google and Pinterest and was just trying to check out questions that I could use. So most of them were like month to month questions, but I used them in a form of, for a 3-month reflection. Okay, so let me repeat the fourth question. What challenges did I face, and how did I deal with them? The one that I can say was, for me, the toughest one that I've had thus far was work. I've been feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, I felt there was one week where I was just feeling way too overwhelmed. I'm a person who normally tries to delay having a breakdown, if you could even do that, like delay it or postpone it. I tend to do that a lot, where I think I don't have the time to like cry out my stress right now. I can do it another time, or I can focus on my mental health like tomorrow, but not today. Today I can't face what I'm feeling at the moment because I need to finish my work. There's deadlines that have to be met. There's things that have to be submitted. But I think there was one good week where I literally wasn't doing really well. I'd wake up in the morning and I was just crying, go to work, And anyone who spoke with me, there was just tears in my eyes. And I would come back home and I'd start crying and go to sleep the same way, wake up the same way for a whole week. Okay, it wasn't healthy, it wasn't good, and I never spoke to anyone in that week. Like, I live with my dad and I didn't even tell my dad how I was feeling. I was just like, oh no, work is fine, everything is fine. And I'd leave and go to work, right? And then this one day in that week, I called my mother and we were talking over the phone, and I just started to cry. And I was like, okay, you know what, I don't think I can talk. Can I speak to you guys a bit later? And my mom didn't drop the call. She was like, no, let's talk. What's up? What's going on? And that's when I actually just started crying and poured out my heart and how I was feeling. It does get a bit overwhelming sometimes at work, and sometimes it also gets overwhelming with where you want to see yourself. For me, it's where I want to see myself within my working space and where I want to see my career grow. But also, I think that week reminded me of the pressure I'm just putting on myself. The pressure I put on myself sometimes is immense, it is crazy, and sometimes unrealistic. Like, sometimes I need to take a chill break, a chill pill, and rest. And that week was a learning lesson for me. That week was hectic. It's not like that week happened on that 1 week only and I was fine. It happened that week and it continued throughout. You know, like, I still have those moments even till this day, right? Doing this was something to help ground me and bring me back again to reminding myself my most important goals for this year, and reminding myself sometimes who the hell I am. Like, I'm that girl, you know, I'm the girl I think I am. I'm smart, I'm educated, dog. I'm a graduate, and obviously all those things don't only define me, but like, I've gotten through so many things in life, and I've gotten so far because of God. And yes, work might not be going the way I want it to be, but that doesn't mean that God cannot change the situation for me. I believe that He can, and that's the only mindset I'm supposed to take, to really believe that God will take me out of whatever challenge I'm in at the moment. I just gotta do what I gotta do at the moment, which is just work and giving my best effort every single day, and the rest will sort itself out. And I am trying my best to live by that every single day. You know, I'm trying to not use the word try. Okay, so let's cancel the word try, because try means you're not gonna do it. But I'm doing my best every single day to live the best way I know I can, to work the best way I know I can, to be as productive as I can. And anything else that I can't do, anything else that I can't control, completely letting go of that. And that's something that I constantly have to remind myself, especially this year. Like, I feel like it's the biggest thing that I have to constantly remind myself of, that God has the wheel. He's the driver in this whole thing, and I'm just there on the passenger seat and letting Him lead me and take me wherever He wants me to go. Yes, we make plans. I believe that we do make plans, but as we make plans, it's good so that God can lead us into what's better. Because if you don't have a plan, then even when God tries to lead you, you're not going to get it, because you don't have a plan for your life, right? That's how I feel. So for me, I am trying to make plans, set up my goals, set up schedules, set up a routine on how I'll work, but also allow God to be the one who leads me through it. Because if and for whatever way, whatever I'm doing isn't what is meant for me, then God will lead me to the right place, right? If I'm not with the right people at work, He will lead me towards the right people, to meet the right people. I have always in my life met people who have brought me to meet people who were meant to take me somewhere further. It has always been like that, and so I don't believe it's going to change anytime. God is going to work like that with me, and I believe that every time when I just tell God what my fears are and tell Him what I want for my life, He literally responds to me. He, without a doubt, even if it's not today, even if it's not immediately at this minute, but He does respond to me, and when He does, I pay attention and I know which way I'm supposed to go. So that's what I'm trying to learn right now, focusing on God and focusing on where He wants me to be, just focusing on my path right there. So I was on 4, right? So now I'm going to be on 5. Number 5 is, what am I spending too little or too much time on, right? So I did mention like things that I'm spending too little time on, And then the things that I was spending too much time on, which I shouldn't be, is social media. I can scroll on social media for hours. Like, I had left TikTok for some time, but now I'm back, and it's crazy because I am there for a long. Once I go in now, I probably will stay there for like 2 hours straight. You know, like, and you don't realize that's social media. It gets you addicted just like that. So in this next quarter that I'm going in, actually not even from the next quarter, but from today moving on forward, I'm just trying to lessen it up. I was even talking to a friend of mine to actually say, you know what, I'm thinking of actually deleting my Instagram and TikTok, well, wasn't mentioned, but I think I should, because wow, I stay on those two apps for such a long time, and nah, it's not good for me. It's not good for me in any ways. It's not helping me in any way. So I just think I should like lessen it up a bit. That's where discipline comes in, hey? Learning that. I'm learning that. Okay. But that was number 5. And then number 6 is, what goals do I have for the next quarter of April to June? There it was to save up more. Like, I need to have more savings in my accounts, more of that. To grow my YouTube, of course. To finish up my license, hopefully, yeah. To book my first therapy session, yeah, and to just like look for better job opportunities, or just to continue upskilling myself. Basically, that's the plan for this next quarter. Okay, and then number 7 is, what am I most grateful for in this quarter? I am grateful for a whole lot of stuff. Grateful for God, grateful for my friends and family. I'm grateful that I was even able to afford being able to start my driving lessons, you know, because normally my excuse would normally be like, I don't have money to actually do this, but I afforded to do my learners last year, so I think I will finish up my license this year as well, and God will make a way, right? He already made a way. We've already started it, so why not? So yeah, that's one thing. That's another thing I'm also grateful for. It's just, I'm grateful for a whole bunch of stuff, right? It's a whole list. And then another thing is, which habits should I continue working on and why? It's going to the gym, number 1, which is good for my mental and physical health. Reading my scriptures, praying. Of course, God is number 1. Like, this year, God is at the forefront of everything I do. To rest, to listen to my body more, and yeah, okay, that was number 8. And then number 9 is, are there any bad habits I want to work on, are there any bad habits I want to work on, and then make an action plan. So like I said, I want to lessen on social media, so that is either having screen time for specific apps or deleting these apps, because if I can't discipline myself in how much time I spend on those apps, then I have to find another way that works, which would be deleting them, because that way I wouldn't try and get them, right? Yeah, and then just being more careful on my finances, I'm not sure if I read this question properly. Yeah, but yeah. And then number 10 says, overall, am I satisfied with how the month went? Why or why not? So this is like a yes or no question for me. And there's yes, and then there's no, and then there's yes and no. Okay. So the yes part is, I am working on quite a few stuff, and they are working at the moment. And let me just see, I think I put a no here. Okay, no was the part that I wished I was going to finish up my license way earlier, but you can't fast track things like that. You know, you can't fast track things like that. It's going to take a little bit longer, that I know, so that's okay. That's okay, that's out of my control, so that's fine. But thus far, yeah, I've looked into my finances when I was going through this court's 3 month reflection. I looked into my finances. I looked into my, what do you call this? So I looked into my finances. I looked into emotional and mental health. I looked into my physical health. I looked into my career goals. And yeah, those were the most important ones. I'm not sure if I missed out on any, but the 5 a.m. club says mindsets, health sets, um, mental sets. I know there's no such, and emotional sets, something along that line. So all of those, that is what I was trying to reflect on to ensure that like I'm still on the right path where I want to be, and if not, how can I bring myself back to that? You know? So that was the plan. Okay, no, this is like my reflection for these past 3 months, and this will also be a look into what I plan for the next 3 months to come. You know, like I think when the year started, I said I don't want to just plan for the whole year all at once because I normally do. And along the way, I forget. Along the way, I just start going with the flow. Along the way, I forget and remind myself after 3 months and whatnot. So now I'm breaking them down into chunks of 3 months, and it's kind of working because my one biggest goal was the driving lessons, and I'm going through that right now. That's what I'm working on right now. So we'll see how the next quarter goes. I will be doing like for the month of April, I'll be doing like a little planner to like plan my month of April, and hopefully like to plan also the 3 months what I'm planning to work on, so that it's easier for me to plan the months as they go. And yeah, and I also just plan like my finances for the month of March and April, so that I can be able to have like proper finances going, because yeah, this financial business and thinking you can just go with the flow with your finances, sometimes that's crap, because you don't know how to survive in the month, and it's important to have a plan for your finances if you have a plan for your future. And if I want to succeed in my future, my finances also depend on it. So the younger you start, the better for you. That's a message for me. So yeah, I think that's where I'm ending it today. Like I said, I thought that this video I would um I would make it into one, but I already feel like it's gonna be long. So I believe that it's gonna be part one and part two, and it's gonna be part one and part two. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoy this reflection, Yana. It's something I want to start doing on my channel. You know, one plan that I have for my channel that I've currently looked back on my mistakes and what I'm learning from it is I'm using this more of my accountability channel, where I get to basically say these are the things I want to achieve and go along with you guys on this journey of it. You know, navigating my 20s hasn't been easy for me, and having to um there's things that I go through in these 20s that are scary. Some I'm confused, I'm conflicted. I don't know what's up, I don't know what's going on. But I just really am just trying to go with it as it comes, and trusting that the universe has a bigger plan for me. Okay, child. And so, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to share anything, really, you guys are quiet there in the comment section, don't be. But if you guys want to share anything, and there's something that you got from this reflective session, or something that you just want to share with me, drop it down in the comment section. I hope your past 3 months have been amazing, have been what you've been wanting. And if not, that's okay, because you never know what happens in the next months to come. Um, so just believe that things are going to happen, good things are going to start happening in your life. Just believe that you're going to start succeeding if you already haven't started. Things are going to open up, doors are going to open up for you. People are speaking about you in rooms that you haven't gotten into, and you just need to believe in that. You need to be doing your part so that when those doors are open for you, when those people start calling you, you are ready for it. And that when those people start saying, we need you to show up here, you're able to show up and show off because you know your business. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, now that I'm actually saying this out loud, it's like my season of preparation, basically, you know? Like, whilst you're waiting for like a breakthrough or whatever, like, start preparing yourself. Like, don't just wait and sit down and say, God will bring it to me. God only helps those that help themselves. So start pushing on your side. It might not show now, it might not even show in the next few weeks, months, or years to come, but at some point it is. I believe in that wholeheartedly. People are the most successful people that we know, the biggest legends in different industries out there, the biggest experts, specialists, whatnot. It didn't happen for them overnight. It's because they had to work behind the scenes and to get where they want to be. And right now, that's the only thing I'm trying to work for. Working on ensuring that I can get to my next big breakthrough. And yeah. Yeah, I know I just said a whole lot of stuff, but I hope you guys got something from my video. I love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching the videos. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you guys for showing up, even if I have like disappeared for so many months, but you guys actually still show up and watch the videos. I truly appreciate that. And you guys are a big blessing for me right now. Yeah, YouTube is like one thing that is me stepping out of my comfort zone, because I stay in my comfort zone. I can stay in my comfort, but right now I am walking out of that and coming into the unknown, you know. And it's fun, it's scary, but it's time to face our fears head on. We can't stay all our lives being afraid, because fear does nothing for us if we just are always afraid. But if you face your fear straight, face to face, trust me, it's amazing what you get out of it. So let's water our gardens, let's water our grass so that it can be greener on our side and not the other side. Okay, love you loads. See you in the next video. Bye guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Okay, bye.